Hello everyone, welcome back. I am Joe Figueroa with another video in our series, The Science of Salsa. An in-depth look at the whys, but also the hows of all things salsa and mambo. Today I'm going to be talking about the most common movement for any salsa dancer, the crossbody lead. But first I'm going to ask you to share, like, and subscribe. So let's get started.
Be formless, shapeless, like water. Be water, my friend.
I don't know about other instructors, but I'm always getting asked in class by follows about styling. What can I do with my arms or legs here? Or how do I know when he wants me to do that? So I thought these questions might make a good video. I'm going to show a little bit about what leads can do to offer windows of opportunity for the follows to style, and show the follows some simple yet effective options for styling during a crossbody lead, as well as 360s. Let's begin with an Akimbo body roll. Here we have Sofia Safran. They're dancing on two. After a brief play with the music, where they're both kind of marching down the line, Gemma stops them during the 5-6-7, giving Sofia a chance to break back on 1 as he sidesteps indicating the pass. Follows notice her positioning here. Notice the pose. Weight back on her right on 1 with her left step extended forward, indicating she's ready to go. The sidestep from Gemma not only creates the path, but also indicates energy, like there will be some force in the upcoming cross. Now what Gemma does here that I like and also do is to trade places with my partner. Notice here leads, as Sofia is stepping her 2 to cross him, he steps back into the side but mainly back. This is in order to create space on his line for his left step, which is crossing in front of him. What this does is give him mobility without stepping into his follows line of movement. She passes him on 2 into 3, and Gemma's crosses deep on his own line to get him to the position that she was just in a moment ago, which is also on the count of 3 going into 5. Now let's look at Sofia's style. She crosses him on 2-3, and notice on 5 she steps down with her left step forward. So this is a reverse position of the one she was in at the beginning of the movement. There's still more here. She places her left hand to her hip, with her fingers pointed down and elbow out, or Akimbo, giving her paws a certain look, showing control, showing that there can be movement even without stepping. Sofia has understanding of this, and displays it here. She doesn't step for 6-7, but instead hip rolls twice forward, subtle and effective. She finishes the time in getting to 1 onto her basic as they meet in the middle. That's saying a lot without taking all the steps. In other words, less is more. Next I have Alina Wagner and Paulo Suarez. I like how here in this crossbody lead she over-rotates into her crossbody lead, turning away from Paulo briefly. They're dancing on 1. She pivots on 6 and extends her left step, her 7 out in front of her. At the same time, she swings her free left hand out and up, striking a lovely pose as she places her weight down on the 7 and steps in place on 1 as well as 2 as she pivots toward her partner by the count of 3, with what I call a progressive basic step, meaning she is stepping down the line of dance toward her partner, progressing toward her partner. By 3, she is completely facing Paulo. It is not enough to just tilt your head towards your partner. You want to have your entire body facing in that direction to be ready for whatever's next. Up top as she's stepping 1 and 2, her extended left arm folds at the elbow, and she touches at the back of her head as if reaching for her hair. All of this happens starting at 6 of the crossbody lead count, into 7 and 1-2, eventually into 3. That's typically your window follows for styling in a crossbody lead. Lastly, there are 2 in this dance with Ella Yoke that I think work very well in a social setting and can be learned in a short time. The first is right in the beginning. As Wissam leads her crossbody lead, she passes him on 2 and steps back on 3 to face him. Then extends her left leg just a bit forward and to the side, bends into her knees a bit, which helps to push her pelvis back as she goes into a counterclockwise hip roll on the count of 5-6-7. Her left arm rests at her side, which draws the eye to her body, where all the action is. It has a very in control or dominant feel to it, at least to me it does. It shows comfort in her movement. Most of her crossbody lead she spent adjusting her dress. The last part is quite involved. Right toward the end of the dance, she's coming out of a 360 crossbody lead, passes him on 2, turns to face him on 3, then steps down on 5, her left, as she reaches her left arm straight up in a striking motion. Like the energy of her left step was aimed downward toward the floor like a stomp, while her arm punches upward. That was 5. Then on 6, as her arm is dropping down, she whips her head back. Her hair explodes off her face, and she drops downward toward the floor just a bit as she brings her right step next to her left. So that's like 2 motions happening at the same time, popping her head back, causing her hair to flip up, while her body is dropping toward the floor, like a roller coaster plunge, and your hair is elastic taken by gravity. She subtly adjusts her dress as she rises with a little wiggle in the hips on the way up during 1, to be ready to keep count, stepping forward on 2. I mean, come on. So there follows are a few examples of styling during your crossbody leads. Give some of these a try. You can see that styling is more about comfort with your body, not just arms and legs. And there's a lot to be gained from everyday movement. But I want to hear from you. Do these work for you? If not, show me what does. I'm happy to break down whatever you find attractive. That's going to do it for me. Thank you all so much for watching. Please spread the word to your friends and dance partners about my channel. I'll see you in the next one, and hopefully very soon on a dance floor.